Let's talk about the altitude. How have you prepared for that?
We did training last year. We went to Spain, did a bit of testing for that, just in case this game popped up, and here it is now.
But playing in one of football's most intimidating arenas is a challenge to be relished.
Yes, it is. If you have 1 or 2 or 3 iconic matches, then that's it. Playing Mexico in the Azteca in a knockout, that's basically it.
All the legends have played there, Pele, Maradona. For us to have the opportunity to play there is a real blessing.
It's an iconic match in an iconic stadium in an iconic country, so we're up for it.
So with not long to go now until kick-off, for a moment we weren't sure when it was going to happen, but the Mexico fans are out in force in the Azteca. There is a significant pocket of England fans in there, but this is the atmosphere they're going to be facing. It's Mexico on home soil for a place in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. How do England win it?
Yeah, I think I've said a few times, I think they need to keep the composure, you stay connected, not let big spaces, not get involved with what Mexico wants. Mexico want England to open up, and as Mika's just showed on the clips, stay compact, stay hard to beat, be resilient, and when you get a chance, be ruthless.
Be brave, be together, be connected. This is not a game where you're going to stroll out and pass them off the park. You're going to have to go through some really difficult moments. I honestly feel this team, the togetherness got them through that DR Congo. It's what they talk about. It's what Thomas Tuchel's been most impressed with. They're going to need it tonight. They're going to need that man who's just in shot.
No fear. Absolutely embrace it. Go and make your country proud. This could be one of the most difficult games in the whole tournament in terms of the atmosphere there and all the talk beforehand. But they've got the players to do it. We believe in them, and they just need to go out there and show everyone how good they really are.
If you're watching at home, or if you're out in the pub that's going to be open till 5 o'clock in the morning, you've waited till nearly 2 a.m. for this kickoff. You have earned it. You might as well enjoy it. It's England against Mexico for a place in the quarterfinals. From the Azteca, our commentary team of Alan Shearer and Guy Mowbray.
Thank you, Kelly, and good morning, everyone. First of all, well done. And if you are out watching, please don't forget to tip your bar staff. You're all putting in one heck of a shift. And now finally, it's going to be over to England and Mexico to make it all worthwhile. This is someplace with a rich, rich history. Let's hope for another occasion to add to it. Mexico won their round of 32 game 2-0 against Ecuador on Wednesday. That featured a kickoff delayed by an hour due to electrical storms as well. England, as we know, defeated the Democratic Republic of Congo by 2-1. And they rode a bit of a storm early on in that one. Thomas Tuchel has insisted that this team is built to get better and stronger. The bigger the game, the longer the tournament goes on for his players. Well, perhaps this suits them just fine then, because from some games in the USA that might have felt like a bit of an exhibition in front of a largely neutral US-based crowd, this is nothing of the sort. You're either Mexico, or for a small but very vocal, passionate pocket, you're England. This first part of the show should be something to savour as well. The national anthems.
The national anthem of England. Quien pueda, que se ponga de pie para escuchar el himno if you're able, for the play of the national anthem of Mexico. Quien pueda, que se quede de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de México.
If you were flagging, that should have sorted you out. It really is advantage Mexico. Fervour and passion on quite literally a fantastically high level. Alan, we've talked about the things that are in favour of the home team, which does seem a rather typically English thing to do, but now it's here, now it's all about the game. What will be in the minds of those England players?
England need 11 warriors out on that pitch to take this stadium on, to take this atmosphere on, and to take Mexico on. We all know how tough it's going to be, and every single one of them is going to have to be at it, because this is an incredible atmosphere. I've never known anything like this, and I've been to a few stadiums in my time, but this is absolutely sensational.
The blood is pumping, the juices are flowing. England's players look ready. Let's hope that's matched by the performance that they're about to put in. The referee is Ali Reza Fagani, Iranian-born but now affiliated to the Australian FA. And you may remember him from week one of competition. He denied Kylian Mbappe a penalty for France against Senegal, and he then stuck to that decision after being advised to go to the monitor to look again. He's assisted by George Lacrindis and Andrew Lindsay. In VAR, the team of three is led by Colombia's Nicolas Gallo. The Mexico team is the same one that started their win against Ecuador. At the back there is a 50th international appearance for Johan Vazquez. 17-year-old Gilberto Mora, the youngest player at this World Cup, again looks the one to watch in midfield. You'll be watching him soon enough in one of Europe's top leagues. And then there's the danger of Julian Quiñones down the left-hand side, and the evergreen Raúl Jiménez leading the attack. He will be playing in the Championship next season, having signed to return to Wolves. For England, Jordan Pickford equals Peter Shilton's record of 17 World Cup appearances. Reece James still out, but Gerald Quansah has recovered from his ankle injury to come in. He replaces Jed Spence at right back. Declan Rice continues, despite, in Thomas Tuchel's words, being incredible pain at the end of the DR Congo game. And changes in attack either side of Harry Kane. It's Bukayo Saka in from the off, and Anthony Gordon back in to start, having come into the team to assist both of Kane's goals in the last game. There is a sound monitor on the big screen, and it just peaked at 49 decibels. I think it might get louder before we're done for the evening. England's job is to quieten things down as quickly as they can. Another great World Cup occasion. Despite the difficulty of the early hours back home, hope you're enjoying it. Hope it's going to be a night to remember. It's certainly different. It has the feel of a final, and it will be the final game of this World Cup for one. For the other, a quarter-final date with Norway in Miami awaits. The pressure's on, but we all know what that's for, Alan.
Pressure is for tyres, but pressure is also privilege. What an opportunity these boys have got tonight.
And straight away a test for Raul Rangel as England went long.
You gotta be careful for the boys in Mexico.
It's what you work for all your career, for nights and moments like this.
Get used to this sound. Whilst any England player has possession, that's what you'll hear.
And I don't think that's a bad thing either, what Pickford's done. No messing around. Get the ball into the half as quick as possible, certainly in these first 15 or 20 minutes, because we know the danger that Mexico pose.
An emotional occasion for Javier Aguirre, because this will be his final game as head coach at the Azteca. He will be standing down at the end of the World Cup, or will he? This is, after all, his third spell in charge. He might be back again one day. And we've got a yellow card for Declan Rice. 1 minute into the match.
Yeah, certainly not ideal. He's got every right to go for it. But he does catch him, unfortunately.
Mexico is definitely the best.
Rice across to offer his apologies.
He'll have to tread very, very carefully now, isn't he, for what, 89 minutes?
And the rest. Thomas Tuchel is taking issue. Just caught his lips saying 1 minute.
It is a dangerous one though, Guy.
Outside of Europe and South America, Mexico has been the best team in the world for many years.
That's delay. Certainly won't be the last. First delay of the game. We've had enough of delays.
He has to go for the ball, Declan Rice. But it is a dangerous one.
Thumbs up from Eric Lira to say that Luis Romo is okay. Takes his jaw back into place and just give a bit of a thumbs up of his own to Declan Rice. Hugo Sanchez finds Alvarado. Back in from Mora. And a chance to advance here. It came off Konsa. Alvarado. No way through to get the ball into the box. Sanchez returns it to the right winger. Mora. Cesar Montes. And there's the sound that you'll hear with every successful Mexico pass. Alvarado trying to dance his way through. He got past O'Reilly. Couldn't beat Gordon as well, and Anderson's there to help the pair. And Gordon's done well, put the brakes on, awaited the contact from Sanchez, and England get a free kick and can just restore a little bit of calm.
Yeah, that's exactly what Anthony Gordon was doing. He was hoping that the contact comes in. He just turns his back to protect that ball. for that reason only, is to try and take a little bit of heat out of the game already.
Pickford looking for Harry Kane to challenge. There's Rice. Bellingham. Kwanzaa. Azteca didn't get there in time, looking to get involved. Down the right for England.
I think any other game, Pickford tries to play out, tries to pass out. But as I mentioned, no nonsense. Why do that when you know what Mexico want to do? They want to put pressure on you in those situations.
Old school English football.
Yeah.
And Mexico get the throw. This is quite a moment for Mexican football. They've been trying to get into playing a quinto pintado, a fifth game at a World Cup for some time. This is the first time since they were last hosts in 1986. 7 of the last 8, they've been dumped out in the last 16. This time, of course, they've come through an extra round to get to this stage.
And Kane and Bellingham both went to press then, and were looking for a bit of backup from the midfielders, but it wasn't there.
Alvarado, see how far he travels in from that right wing. He's on his way back there now. First of all, it's Montes. Montes in, that's very nicely worked, so is that, but it's well tracked as well by Gehi. Here's Bellingham. 3 around him. And the ball pinched unfairly in the rescue. Harry Kane coming back in to get a hold of the ball. And we just avoid a first flashpoint.
And you don't need it, do you? You just need to be as calm as possible. The crowd is going berserk. The Mexico players are going after the England players, and you just don't need to add that little bit more tension that there already is.
You can see that the foul is the right decision. Lira getting a good chunk of Jude Bellingham's shirt.
Yeah, second before that, there was really good defending from Mark Gay. He read it well. Stepped in, took the ball.
And we do want to see some confident, good defending. Gehi. Quick exchange with Anderson, and then he's the next player to wait for contact. That came in from Gilberto Mora. Seems very deliberate from England.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. As I said, the crowd are not liking it at all, but that's working for England. Stop, start. You don't mind that for the first 15 or 20 minutes.
Here's Gehi. Bellingham will play it all the way back to Jordan Pickford. You can see by that pass alone there is no problem at all with the playing surface, despite taking a soaking for hours now.
It should suit England perfectly.
Kwanzaa. And now Rice. Game. O'Reilly. Bellingham. Anthony Gordon to his left. Kane's just hanging back for the moment. Gordon wins a corner, courtesy of Jorge Sanchez. And you mentioned that Anthony Gordon was looking in fine form in the kick-ins.
Yeah, he did. He had some really great strikes, actually. As I said that to you, the one he took next, he put it wide, didn't he? But I promise you, the 3 before that were brilliant.
And he should be confident after his little cameo against DR Congo, because without him entering the action, England might not have won the game.
Definitely. Good link-up play down the left door from England. O'Reilly into Bellingham, and then into Gordon and getting the corner.
Declan Rice's delivery might not have been by and large what it was for most of last season with Arsenal. England need an Arsenal corner now. Something different to Arsenal colleague Bukayo Saka, and well, looked as if it was going into a dangerous area, but it was overdone and all the way out.
Every England player ran to the near post, and Saka decides to put it to the far post.
Here's Anderson. Now it's Gahey. That is something we have been warned about, isn't it? That the ball does fly further here. It's a simple fact.
Maybe that was what happened exactly then with Saka. Maybe he's trying to put it into the middle or the near post, and it's just gone that little bit further.
England in '86 played a tournament the year before to get used to conditions. Same in 1970. But no chance for Thomas Tuchel's team to do that this time. They've got to get on with it. Here's Gahey. O'Reilly. Gordon. Anderson.
I don't mind this guy. Good, patient football. We all know if they get through 20 minutes, that's a huge part of the job done. And if they want to keep the ball like they're doing, then that's fine.
That's exactly what was talked about pre-game. Bellingham with a little nudge on Eric Lira. And he's been forced to bundle the ball out of play, and England have a throw-in, and Jude Bellingham made that happen. Lira is an intense player. He will wave his arm around. He will complain. Jeffercito, the little chief, they call him. And he just got the better of Anthony Gordon there. Complete with a gesture to the crowd. He wants more.
He got his own back there, didn't he?
There's one man who's going to remain unflappable amidst all this. It would be Thomas Tuchel. There's some Mexican greats in there. I can see back right there. That's Jared Borghetti, striker who scored many goals and had a spell with Bolton Wanderers after that. Mind you, that was when Big Sam was bringing all the big guns to Bolton.
Same thing again happened there though, Guy. 2 or 3 England players go to close down, but we didn't have the backup again, and Mexico get out.
Quiñones has been the star for Mexico, but he won't be if he keeps on playing passes like that. O'Reilly to Gordon, but it wouldn't stick. Quiñones prolific in the Saudi Pro League, and the season just ended. 3 goals at this tournament. Here's Raul Jimenez. He's got himself 2. Alvarado. Montes to Vasquez. They make a good pair. Vasquez brings the pace, Montes the height. Through towards the run of Luis Romo, but all the way into the gloves of Jordan Pickford.
Pace on the pitch as well, would have carried it through. Quicker to Pickford.
O'Reilly. Bellingham. Konsa. Once again, England play a patient game before Gahey tries to spring the trap. That's a good ball for Saka.
That's a really good ball.
A different sort of touch, and he might have had half a chance.
Oh, that was a really good ball and a good run from Saka. He just bends it. He comes in off that right-hand side. And a better touch there. Tough one to control, albeit, but promising.
And Saka has to get into defensive mode. It's a good chase on here. Gallardo got there. Saka went with him, and a goal kick goes to England.
Brilliant. Bukayo Saka, absolutely superb. Loses the ball at one end of the pitch, and look where he is a few seconds later. Winning the ball back.
I think he did just brush off the left knee as well of Gallardo. Jordan Pickford's going to leave kicking duty to Ezri Konsa here. So we know what he's going to do with that. Knocked down. Saka beaten to it by Vasquez. Lira. Vasquez to Montes. Gordon nearly pinched the ball away from Alvarado.
Alvarado didn't have a clue where he was, did he? He didn't know Gordon was there. He got fortunate.
Over to Sanchez. Alvarado with the in-swinger! What a good save by Jordan Pickford! What a good effort from Raul Jimenez! First big moment of the match!
Brilliant whip ball in, and brilliant centre-forward play from Raul Jimenez. And that is a clever save from Pickford. He hasn't got much time to think about it. He's got to be quick to the deck, and he did. Push it out for the corner.
England have got everybody back to try and keep this one away. We've seen already just how useful the left foot of Alvarado can be, and here comes another one. With another to follow.
Such a dangerous ball in from Alvarado. No other thought than whip it in and hope someone's going to dive and get on the end of it.
Alvarado again, and Harry Kane is there to head this one out of the box. Well, it goes back to goalkeeper Rangel. Yet to concede a goal at this tournament.
That'll do Pickford's confidence, I think, the world of good, because he hasn't looked as steady as he normally does in the first few games. A guy of his quality would have been really disappointed that he was beaten for that goal of DR Congo the other day, so that will do him in his confidence no harm at all.
Lifted through with no flag raised. The only thing to do with that was keep it in as far as Gallardo was concerned. Raul Jimenez just looks a different striker when he puts that national team shirt on, and that's giving a nod to the goals he scored with Wolves and with Fulham. He's been a really handy player in the Premier League, but he reaches new levels.
Yeah, he does. That was a really good header. Really dangerous header. Impressive how he got on the end of it.
Kwanzaa down under challenge of Quinones, and no free kick. There will be one now. Saka hits the floor, and the ref not happy. He wants that taken again from the right place when he says so.
Mexico players are off reacting to the crowd, aren't they? Crowd are going berserk at every single challenge. There's that header again. Really sharp down to his left hand side is Pickford. Good, strong hand.
47 international goals, Raul Jimenez. He's 5 behind the record holder for Mexico, one Javier Hernandez, Chicharito, formerly of Manchester United, most memorably in the Premier League. Was at West Ham as well for a while. Here's Rice. Here's Konsa. Anderson. Rice had to stretch. It wasn't the best of passes from Elliot Anderson. Sanchez was motoring forward from right back. It's gone the other way. First with Romo. And now with Quiñones. Mora's onto the return, shaping to shoot. It was well blocked by Rice. And there we see a glimpse of the twinkling feet of 17-year-old Gilberto Mora.
It's incredible, isn't it? 17 years of age, playing in this arena, in this atmosphere,
and looking more than at home. His dad also, Gilberto, was a top-flight professional in Mexico, but not to this level. Cesar Montes is taking issue with the award of a free kick for his holding of Bellingham. He looks at home here too. Given where he plays home games most weeks, so he should.
well, it's first part of the job done for England. We said keep them out for 20 minutes. And it's taken a really good save from Pickford to do that.
And there's the England goalkeeper again, finding Mark Gahey. Gordon. He's going to take on Sanchez, and he's going to do really well with the run. Anthony Gordon, he's won another corner. He looks ready and up for this game.
That's very, very good. Very sharp he looks. In previous games I've said about whoever it's been on the outside, whether it's the right or the left, they have to go on the outside more. And that is a real positive sign from Anthony Gordon. Sanchez couldn't keep up with him.
His new employers in Barcelona will be watching keenly, thinking, let's see how he handles that atmosphere. So far, so good. Don't think it's going to be a short corner this time, although Saka is wandering that way. Rice only has eyes for the middle. Declan Rice in. And it's going to be out for a throw-in. Didn't clear Mark Gahey by much. Mexico continues to boom around the Azteca. O'Reilly, he thought Gordon had gone for that one. He'd actually just wandered away from that exact position.
He started to go, Gordon, and then stopped. It was too late. O'Reilly had already thrown it. See how frustrated he is as well.
Okay, we know he's not entirely unflappable. Cesar Montes. Konsa to Anderson and up towards Bellingham, who's just leaned back into Lira, trying to leave him out of the way. Eric Lira's done really well to turn. And again on the ball. Alvarado. Vasquez. Quiñones. That's Anderson. That's come off the referee, and he'll have to stop the game. It was going towards Harry Kane, and in fact he says, let's stop the game now and let's all have a drink, which I would think is a good cue for all of you back at home as well. And a chance for me to tell you what's coming up tonight, which seems a strange thing to say. 7:30, as in Monday night, on BBC One and iPlayer, Portugal against Spain. That should be an absolute cracker, the Iberian derby. And then 22 hours from now, there or thereabouts, USA against Belgium. That has also got a 1 a.m. kickoff. That's Tuesday morning, so tomorrow morning on BBC One and iPlayer. And if you've still got your senses about you at this ungodly hour, you can get involved with our coverage by scanning the code on your screen now. Head to the live page in the BBC Sport app for polls, updates and reactions throughout the match. Let's have your input, and let's have the input of all of you back in the studio. What do you think of it so far?
Yeah, I think it's been a good steady start from England. We spoke about before the game of getting to the first hydration break At 0-0 and trying to take the sting out of the game. I think they've done that really well. And Mexico do look dangerous in the little tight areas, but overall I think it's been a good steady start.
Thank you, Wayne. I think we should ask Joe, shouldn't we? Given that save from Jordan Pickford, Joe, that was top class, wasn't it?
Yeah, Guy, excellent. Big moment for him. I think Alan touched on it. You know, he's had a bit of his tournament's not been to plan so far, but that is an excellent save. Readjusting, getting set. Wayne talked about Harry Kane's timing in front of goal. Jordan Pickford, excellent composure, met the ball beautifully. Top save, big moment for his country.
Thank you, Joe. So, Al, so far, so good?
Yeah, ish, very good. Yeah, I think it's we've said, haven't we? Everyone said it. Everyone who's played here knows how dangerous Mexico are in the first 20 minutes. They try and go after you. They try and pin you in. They try and react to this amazing crowd. And England have stopped them, albeit with a wonderful save from Pickford. But it's 0-0 at the drinks break, and they can take belief and confidence from that.
Thomas Tuchel now is going through the next stage of Operation Azteca with his England players. It's the third meeting between these nations at this incredible venue. A goalless draw in 1969 that was watched by 105,000 people. And then in 1985, a year before the World Cup, a 1-0 Mexico win. Javier Aguirre, the current coach, was in their team. Just one previous World Cup meeting between these two, and let's hang on to that one. Second group game in 1966 at Wembley, 2-0 England. Bobby Charlton, Roger Hunt. Here's one to make Alan think. England's players then were on a £60 match fee.
That's what we're on now, isn't it?
I haven't looked. Here's Pickford. Towards Anthony Gordon. He got there. He did unbelievably well. He's kept it in and forced a save from Raul Rangel. Well, we said he'd started well. This is his best yet.
Definitely. We've seen really exciting moments. It's not all been defending for England. He's had a very good moment down the left, and that one as well. Cuts inside with the right foot.
Listen to the noise as another decision goes England's way.
Saka had the ball over the top as well, where he just had that, couldn't quite get hold of that ball from Gehi. But in the main, I think it's been good from England. I think they've managed the situation, and they're managing this crowd very well at the minute. There are times, I don't care who you are, when you come here, there are times you're going to suffer it, and you've just got to get through that.
It used to be well, it still is one of the favourite phrases of Pep Guardiola, isn't it? For all he's won at Manchester City, week in, week out, you heard him say, we had to suffer.
Even more so at this level.
Anderson. And caught out by two. Quinones was caught out really impressively by Jarrell Quansah. Kane. Would have taken note of Erling Haaland's exploits earlier in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Centre forwards do that. And he'll want to get his name on the score sheet again tonight.
Lira wins the ball from Bellingham. His turn to feel that justice wasn't served. Sanchez. Mora wanted the give and go. It wasn't really on. Alvarado. There's Bellingham getting back in at Luis Romo. Bellingham then rather showed his intentions though to Jorge Sanchez. Mora. Well, we saw that happen for England at the other end with a throw-in. Thought you were there. You're not.
Well, you're going to have to do that. When I say do that, I mean track back and win the ball. Obviously, he didn't want to give it back, but we've already seen Saka doing it, tracking back. Because of the energy and because of the pace that they're trying to play at, players are going to have to do their job. defensively in tracking back and doing that.
Bellingham. Sanchez was very quickly in again. No free kick again, in fact a Mexico throw-in. Jorge Sanchez, the Mexico right back, has made his mind up. If he sees a chance to get into Jude Bellingham, he's doing it.
Calm down, referee. I know you're in charge.
You're worried, aren't you, in that department?
Yeah, I just like to look at his body language already. Him sprinting up to players, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't think there's a need for it. We already know he's in control.
Left an England game before at a World Cup. It was in 2018 in Russia. It was rather inconsequential. It was the Belgium 2, England 0 third group game that neither side really wanted to win. Wanted to finish second in the group. Did help England. This matters a bit more. Romo. Mensa decides not to go backwards. He heads it to Saka, who slipped. First player to do that after the rain. Montes to Vasquez. And back again with Cesar Montes. Lira. Gallardo. Having a run at Saka, and an early ball in was awkward for Consa. Is that not handball, Quiñones? Maybe not. It is out for a Mexico throw-in.
Both wide men, Saka and Gordon, are having to track back and sometimes making six hit the back when Mexico are attacking.
Lira. Sanchez had started to make a dart down the right wing. Oh, it's really good awareness from Luis Romo. Good on the ball, Mexico. Encouragement with every pass. And this is where they have looked good in every one of their games so far. When they get the rhythm going, they do it with a real joy to their football. There's Mora. Rice and Saka combine.
Same thing again though. Doing the job defensively.
Quiñones. Romo. Romo lets fly, and it flies high and wide. But Jordan Pickford has plenty to say that the shot was allowed at all.
As he often does in those situations. He wants players in a white shirt closing them down. He doesn't want to be facing shots from 19, 20 yards out.
Gay. It's Bellingham. Gordon. Lira. Oh. Really sharp pirouette from Eric Lira. Referee's really letting the game go. And a few that you might think would have been awarded a foul in most games. That should. O'Reilly's shirt was pulled and he saw it.
And gave it.
32 minutes in, England doing as much as they can to quieten the passion of the Azteca. Just one shot of their own, which wasn't properly connected with by Gordon. Easily gathered by Rangel.
Well, that was the thing we look to improve on now, guys. Defended reasonably well. Done part of the job in quieting the crowd a little bit, if that's possible. And now they'd look to improve in forward positions.
Defensive positions that are at stake here, though. It's Quiñones. Answer is there on him. Montes. Sanchez. Sanchez. Riley got his foot to the ball, a nice little lift in to Eric Lira. Montez. Quiñones. Colombia born. Made his name in Mexican football. Having moved here young. Vasquez starting to advance. He's allowed to advance. He's looking for Jimenez. Gordon there to help that one out.
Yeah, he just had a little bit too much time on the ball, didn't he? Vasquez was able to get 15-20 yards further forward, but luckily it was a poor cross.
O'Reilly's throwing. Kane tangling with Romo. And again Luis Romo. There you can see he's the general at the base of the midfield. Gets a great reaction every time he puts a tackle in, doesn't he? You see exactly what his job is. Quiñones. Romo. Alvarado. Alvarado again. No chance to cross yet for Mexico. Alvarado, right wing but left-footed.
Well, that's where the cross came from earlier on, wasn't it? From that side, one that Jimenez got his head onto.
An increase in volume again. Through towards Raul Jimenez. Pickford gets it, watched it, kept his eyes on the ball despite the tussle going on right in front of him. And he's just said thank you with a quick burst of applause to Mark Gahey. Declan Rice now strides purposely forward. With Saka. Saka across. Saka! Bellingham at the back!
He scored at the Azteca.
The passion of the Azteca now is all English.
You always gotta watch him, and he's gonna do this close. You always gotta watch him.
Just too high for Harry Kane, but no matter.
Always gotta watch him.
Jude Bellingham coming in behind him at just the right time. And it all came from a Jordan Pickford gathering his own penalty area. From back to front to scoring.
Absolutely, that's where it started from. Look at Declan Rice, the way he drives forward, then gives it to Saka. And again, not on the inside, but on the outside, gets to the byline and clips a beautiful ball to that far post. A great run from Harry Kane, which leaves Bellingham free. And he is not going to miss that. That is a quality ball. High quality ball from Saka onto the running Bellingham.
Not sure the enthusiasm of the speaker is going to go down all that well. Stunned into near silence for a moment, this place. Jude Bellingham's third goal of the World Cup. The first goal Mexico have conceded at the World Cup. Anthony Gordon held for the advantage with England. Bellingham finds Kane. Bellingham! It's two!
Are you serious? Are you?
England have stepped on it!
You have to stop this English game. Again?
40 years ago, it was an Argentinian number 10 who broke their hearts here. England's number 10 today has two in a minute.
Just watch the way England go after Mexico. Elliot Anderson wins that ball. Gordon wins that ball. And then I'm thinking Kane's going to go for the shot, but no. He actually pulls it back brilliantly.
I'm praying for every single English
into Jude Bellingham
in Mexico.
But we spoke about England and how so important to manage the game and control the game in the early parts in the hope that this can happen. And it's exactly what's happened. What a half this is turning into for them.
Nah, stop. Nah, Bellingham,
And as
stop,
England
please.
fans
I'm begging
say,
you.
hey Jude,
I'm begging you.
the
Nah,
Azteca
please,
is subdued.
stop.
Mexico 0, England 2. Jude at altitude.
Bellingham is one of the. Bellingham has to be the top 10 best players in the world.
Well, one was good. Two is the stuff of dreams right now. And the game begins again.
Well, I think it's been almost perfection from England. Yes, Pickford had that save, but the way they've managed it, the way they've controlled it, the way they've played at their pace has been superb. It really has. And they deserve it. I said the one thing they might have to improve on, because they've defended well, they've battled well in the midfield, was perhaps in forward positions. And that is the perfect answer to score 2 goals. Put yourself in a really, really comfortable position.
Mexico doesn't respond.
Mexico 4 games, 4 clean sheets before today. Mexico have not conceded a first half goal in their last 15 World Cup games before today. How about 2 in just over a minute?
That's insane.
They will try and hit back. There's that man Bellingham again.
That's crazy.
Starting to find his swagger.
Well, he laid one on for Kane, and Kane's just repaid the compliment.
The Mexico fans now are trying to rally behind their team, but you should see the England supporters soaked to the skin, having to wait an extra hour for kickoff. Medal for all of them, and for all of you back home, putting in the hard yards on the night shift. Worth it though, isn't it?
Damn right it's worth it.
Saka with a little bump that brings Mexico a free kick.
It's not just 1 or 2 that have been at it as well, you know. Every single player is putting a shift in. Every single player is playing well and playing their part. Yes, Jude gets the 2 goals, but it's the way they work it. It's been so impressive.
Mexico a free kick, which again involves all hands on deck for England defensively. It's a really good ball in. Goal! The finish!
Julian
has lamped it into the roof of the net. Mexico mean business again.
You gotta give it up to my brother. You gotta give it up to my best brother from Mexico. You have to give it up to Jude and Soros as well as.
What a delivery that was! What a game this is!
I was just about to say, try and get into half-time with keeping at 2-0, but the ball is whipped in, and Mexico were complaining that it could be the closer a penalty. No such thing, but the ball falls so well for Quignon. Yes, and he doesn't make a mistake. The volley is into the roof of the net, and you're absolutely right. We have got an incredible game on here.
Well, he's just equalled the Mexico World Cup scoring record. Luis Hernandez, El Matador, got 4 in 1998. Quinones has gone level with Jude Bellingham at this one. He's on 4 now, and now he's forced a corner.
I thought that was out for a throw-in. No, we're a long way away.
It is, Alan. It is out for a throw-in. Mexico won't get their corner.
Well, he decides to put his flag up rather late.
A word in the ear. Mansa will throw. It's won by Vasquez. Now Sanchez will get round the back of Gordon. O'Reilly has seen him go there. Sanchez surely got the last touch. He did. It's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, well done, Nico O'Reilly. We know exactly what Sanchez was looking for. He's not getting anything for that.
Mexico 1, England 2. A game that was a decent watch. It was absorbing, it was tactical, it was playing out the way England wanted it to. And then bang, 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 it has sparked into frenzied life.
It's an incredible game, incredible atmosphere. Big blow for England that was. They've just somehow got to try and stay calm. I know I said try and get through to 2-0 at half time, but it's so important you don't give anything else away before half time.
Well, this attack was sparked by a brilliant interception from Gallardo. Here's Alvarado. Rice got there with Quansah. They both went for it, and Gerald Quansah just has to get rid.
They're piling on the pressure, Mexico.
Good job Rice was there.
Absolutely. They're reacting to the crowd again. The team on the up.
And they've got 5 minutes. That's what the board said. 5 more minutes before the break. Pickford goes back. O'Reilly got something on it. Anderson a bit more.
As hard as it is, England have got to see this half out. 2-1.
Exactly what they didn't do. Seems ages ago now against Croatia to kick things off. Jorge Sanchez. Anderson with the launch away. Here's Lira. Quiñones tangles with and beats Quansah. Jimenez has put it wide. I've got to be honest, I expected him to score.
Oh, it was great play from Quiñones. The way he holds it up and just puts it into the path of Raul Jimenez. Just can't get the strike away that he wants. He scuffs it with the left foot. They're hanging on, England.
Pickford looks for Kane. And Kane helps it on for Bukayo Saka. Saka hasn't managed to keep it in. It's going to be a goal kick.
There were so many positives from that England performance to go 2-0 up, wasn't there? And now all of a sudden Mexico get that goal and it all changes.
Brilliant volley from Julian Quiñones.
It was. It's a great strike.
5 games, 4 goals for him at this World Cup. I don't think we needed the graphic.
It's definitely got plenty of momentum.
Things have definitely turned green. And Saka's down. Left ankle is the problem area. When play does restart, it will be a Mexico throw-in. That's Gallardo. Just caught him, didn't he, at the top of the left boot?
He's hobbling around.
He's had Achilles problems coming into the World Cup. Alvarado, it's another beauty! And Pickford with another beautiful stop! That was flying in from Raul Jimenez.
Again. Something similar from the left again. He whips it in and that's a brilliant header and equally superb save from Pickford. It's a dangerous combination, isn't it, down there right. Coming back on the left foot to cross it in. It's 2 he's got on the end of now, and 2 good saves from Pickford.
Sanchez is unmarked, edge of the box, number 2. It's going to curl towards Jimenez. Oh, what a goal! No! Can't believe that didn't go in.
How did that not go in?
Montes at the back. And Bellingham gets The hero treatment from his teammates. What did he get on this?
Well, so he should, because he shouldn't be free in there, Montez. That's exactly what he gets on it. Look at his reaction to get back. That is a certain goal if he doesn't track back and make that crucial tackle.
England are hanging on to half-time here. Roberto Mora to take the corner. That one is headed away. Gahey rose highest.
Oh, what a game he's having, Jude Bellingham, eh? I mean, all of them are playing really well, but Jude Bellingham, goodness me, he's been absolutely everywhere already. Two brilliant goals, and without doubt, he stopped his team conceding another one with tracking back and making that important tackle.
Sanchez. Vasquez. And they've got seconds to take their lead into the interval. Quiñones. Romo. Lira. There's Montez with Alvarado waiting wide again. Quiñones. Pickford starting to come for it. It's kept in. Gordon gets in between two. And then takes the pull and push from Jorge Sanchez. Free kick England. That should do it for the break.
He's good at that, Anthony Gordon. You can see him just have a little look, step across. Know that Sanchez is coming into him. And he did. What a half that's been.
And it is half-time at the Azteca. Jude Bellingham with one. We barely had time to draw some thin air breath before he had another for 2-0. But Mexico roared back. A thumping volley from Julian Quiñones. And at half-time, recharge your glasses. It's Mexico 1, England 2.
Well, that's woken everybody up, hasn't it? That was a fun 45 minutes, 50 minutes of football.
England were absolutely outstanding. Yeah, the things that they could improve on, but in terms of the way they sat in and the counter-attack, that is what England do really well. Rice driving from midfield, Kane linking up really well, Bellingham being that guy to score the goals. It's absolutely outstanding. This is what we wanted. This is a game that we all thought it was going to be.
This is an absolute belter of a game. Oh, I wish I was in that stadium. The energy is through the roof. Just when you thought England had silenced them, for them to come back and score that goal then, and that absolute backs to the walls, wasn't it, last 5 minutes? But they dug in. Big save from Jordan Pickford. Good defending, Jude Bellingham. Can't wait for the second half.
Yeah, important that they went in not level at the break. Important that they at least held on to that advantage.
Yeah, I thought they'd done really well to get to the hydration break, and then after the hydration break, they come out with a little bit more energy about them, England, and then obviously get the first goal and then continue with the second. But the last 5 minutes there, just a little bit nervous. But the first goal for me was key, and it was such a good goal. When you watch it, there's four aspects to this goal, I think. Jordan Pickford gets the ball, so now he plays a really good throw out to Declan Rice, and this is brilliant, driving with the ball, getting England up the pitch, and then you've got Saka holding his width, staying out wide, and then committing the full-back, going on the outside, going 1v1, and Jude Bellingham, really good movement here, and gets in the middle of the goal, and it's a really good header. But if you watch here, the connection and the togetherness of Jude and Harry Kane is really important. So as the ball goes to Saka, you see Harry then starts going towards the back post to then make his run to the front post, and then Jude goes to go to the front post to then go to the back post. So that's stuff when you've got a front two and you've got a partnership you work on in training, and it was a beautiful goal.
But the quality of the ball was really good though, wasn't it, as well, Wayne?
Yeah, no, but we've said this, haven't we, in the previous games, having wingers who can go on the outside. And I think having someone who can go on the outside makes it easier for the forwards to then have that timing of the movement.
And then Jude Bellingham with the second goal. And England thought at this stage,
Yes.
this is it. We've silenced the crowd and they've put themselves comfortably in front.
You know what's so good about this goal is the way they jump. I talked about England being a little bit passive, but Anderson there and then Gordon ready to pounce. And then can you make the right decisions? As Bellingham plays to Kane, you think he's going to shoot. He makes a run and then he taps it in because you're all expecting Kane to shoot from there, but he makes a pass. And I just love the energy. There's always a time when you should press, and that was the perfect time to it. And then the goal is just absolutely outstanding. It was dreamland at this point.
98 seconds between those goals.
But Kelly, that is a team. I'm seeing a real team unity. Harry Kane, everyone in the stadium was bracing for him to shoot there. A brilliant ball across. His connection with Jude Bellingham is right up there. Two top players put England in a great position.
And this is how the England fans at Box Park celebrated that second goal, because at that stage they felt, as you guys did in the studio, that might just be enough to give England the cushion from which they could go on and build. However, the way that they played after going 2-0 up, did it make you a little bit nervous, even before the Mexico goal?
Yeah, and I said tonight about seeing the half out and going in and not conceding the goal was so important. And Mexico get the goal, and then all of a sudden it's back to the wall, and you're thinking, right, can we get in at 2-1 here? So I think the response from Mexico was brilliant, but I just think it was a soft free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, which never a free kick,
which the referee gave. But yeah, it was back to the wall, so it's
Saka there. It was absolutely brilliant there. He does to stop the cross, and then he don't even touch him. He's so soft. It's not a free kick. But then you've got to defend it well. And England didn't defend it well enough there. It's a really good finish.
I think here, if you watch Jude Bellingham, he switches off a little bit, and see, he loses his man, and then he doesn't react quick enough, and then he might have been able to stop it, but he just switches off that split second, and sometimes that's the difference which can cost you the goal.
Brilliant finish though, and that set the stadium alight. You could feel it here. I mean, we're going to see the celebrations now. They are not out of this game. They're a really good team. It's been an excellent first half performance from both teams.
4 goals in this tournament then for Julian Quiñones. He's now Mexico's all-time joint top scorer at the World Cup. I have to say, England were kept in it by Jordan Pickford as well. At one stage, there was a spectacular save from him.
This is a dream World Cup save on the biggest stage. It really is. He'd already made an excellent save off Raul Jimenez earlier in the game. Jimenez here in the middle, gets good contact. Look at that. Great timing down to his left. Really good moment. It felt like England needed to get to the water break at 0-0. That was a key part to it there. Excellent timing. Such a composed save. Jordan Pickford can give off the impression that he's very much caught up in the emotion, but trust me, that is an excellent save. He doesn't throw his hand at the ball. He waits for it to come to him. Top save.
I'm out of breath. Roller coaster.
But it has been a roller coaster, and the reason is from an England point of view, there have been some incredibly nervy moments in that first half, particularly at that 2-1 up for England. Mexico created a lot of chances, but there were chances throughout that first half for them.
Yeah, the win the first contact, but then Jimenez, he's just alive. He don't get a clean contact on it. If he does, it probably goes to the back of the net. We were just all cheering in the studio when that went wide.
Good bodies though, good commitment, and this is a big save before half time. Again, I talk about it, dream save in that top corner. He's gone with his top hand. Great feet, excellent composure again. He's such a sharp goalkeeper when he's on it. Makes it look relatively easy, but it's a top save at a big moment for his team.
Wow. But this is, again, Jimenez there winning the first contact, but Jude doesn't switch off on this one.
Yeah, but he loses his man again, see? He loses his man, but then he reacts brilliant. So I think just having that concentration right from the start when the set piece is taken, he doesn't have to do this work. He reacts brilliant.
If he don't react, though, Montez does put it in the back of the net.
It's a great clearance, but keeping that concentration.
Are you a bit concerned about the number of chances that England are giving up in this game, particularly as we head into the second half with just that 1 goal advantage?
Nervous, but I think it's been a really good performance from England. I think with the conditions which we spoke about before the game, with how brave they've been, to get players forward into the penalty box, but also they have looked a little bit more more compact. The one thing where I think the struggled here was with crossing the box and with set pieces. So that's what I'm saying. We need to keep that concentration on set pieces.
So while you've been impressed with England's first half performance, let's hear now from Thomas Tuchel's assistant, Anthony Barry.
Well, Anthony, England do have the lead, but was there some frustration as to how the team managed the game at the end of that half?
No frustration. A full throttle match. Every minute feels like the 90th minute. We prepared our players that up until the first water break it would be a difficult game. We would have to suffer here. Mexico always start the game fast. We expected it. We knew at the water break that 0-0 would be a good result for us, and it was. From there we had the quality to come into the game. Our two biggest moments and one of our biggest players scores. Jude does what he does, and then from there it's disappointing to concede a goal from a set piece. You would like to make it to half time at 2-0, but we never. The opponent's playing well. It's a good game, and now we have 45 minutes to go.
Thanks, Anthony.
It's a really difficult line that he treads, Anthony Barry, when he gives these interviews, because they've been genuinely quite revealing, which presumably is not what the coaching staff want them to be.
Yeah, he's a scouser, he's honest, so he's an honest guy, and he's just saying what he sees, and I think it's quite refreshing.
He looks wrung out, to be fair, after that 45 minutes.
I bet he is, because obviously that's a tough job to be assistant, and he wants to be in there with the players, giving the details and giving the information, so to have to come out, which is great for us, but to have to come out and do that interview is tough.
Now, from our dream team in the studio to this one.
Shout out to the Dream Team. Your top tier squad.
Bad boy forever. Get right.
Of Comedy All-Stars.
Come on, let's go! It's coming home!
Oh, God. You're massively overusing that phrase.
I know I am. I'm nervous.
You've got a surprise coming.
Shady, what are you doing here?
I'm the Dixie jockey.
This World Cup, select your Comedy Dream Team on BBC iPlayer.
Go! Our next live game is Portugal against Spain. That's tonight at 7:30. You should be just about able to stay up for that one on BBC One and iPlayer. Coverage of Wimbledon continues from 11 a.m. The Football Daily podcast is available to download. You can listen to that on BBC Sounds. And England 2006, the Golden Generation, is available to watch on iPlayer. One of the stars of that documentary even has his own show.
You said something like, I'm about the money. Just understand that this is the only chance I have at making the money.
Do you have any relationship with Assange?
Yeah.
Does the British countryside speak to you?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Find your way.
I believe in marriage, which is why I've done it 5 times.
I think I lost my way slightly for quite a while.
Genuinely, I don't know how I'd handle some things that I've experienced without music.
Louis through interviews. Watch this and much, much more from Louis on BBC iPlayer.
With England leading Mexico by 2-1 at half-time, we can join Alan Shearer from the commentary box. Alan, just give us an idea of what it's been like to be inside that stadium, inside the magnificent Azteca, silenced by those 2 England goals and then given hope by Mexico's reply.
It's just incredible. It really is a pleasure to be here. I've never seen anything like this in my life in any football stadium that I've been to. So it's great to be here. It's even better when you see England put in a performance like they have done for the vast majority of that half. They did the tough part, which we all thought, the first 20 minutes, keeping them quiet. That was what the manager wanted them to do, and they did that. Pickford had to make a good save in doing that, but then they played their way into the game. They managed the situation, I thought, really, really well. And if you just have a look at Bellingham's header, the way he comes from and the movement that he makes to get past the defender to make sure he gets on the end of that Saka cross is incredible. And I think that's why we can get our success. I've been crying out in the last 4 games for our wingers, whoever they've been, to go on the outside more instead of taking the easy option, which is cutting inside and whipping it with the other foot. The harder thing to do is to go on the outside. Gordon's did it on the left-hand side, and Saka did it brilliantly when he just dinked that beautiful ball for Bellingham. It was just a shame that for the last few minutes they conceded and put themselves under a bit of pressure, but they're going to have to do exactly the same in the second half as what they did in the first half in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, Alan, they're certainly trying to keep the atmosphere going inside the stadium, even though it's going through half-time. They've got a light show on, they've got the music playing, and they're trying to keep that air of positivity for the Mexico fans. How do England tighten up to make sure that Mexico don't get the quality of chances that they got, particularly towards the end of that first half?
Well, that's going to be tough because with this quality of opposition and atmosphere, I've said during the first half, during the commentary, that you're going to have to suffer at times. But when they did do that, Pickford bailed him out. And as I said earlier, I don't think he's had his best tournament, but he's certainly making up for it tonight. He's made 2 brilliant saves. And when they get through you, you're going to have to rely on him because they're not going to keep them quiet for the first 45 or whatever it is, 50 minutes now.
Alan will be back with you very shortly for the second half. Thank you very much for now. So, all to play for in the second half. Thomas Tuchel's given some really important half-time team talks in this World Cup. Certainly in the opening game, the England players have spoken glowingly about what he said. What would you be saying, Wayne, if you were the boss going in at half-time?
Manage the game. I think this second half is all about the game management, and I think, we know Mexico are going to come out again and try and start the second half quick. Can we manage the game, slow it down, frustrate the fans, get the fans on the Mexican team's back, and then at the right moments, pick the right moments to go forward and try and get that third goal.
We've talked about the importance of in-game management. England obviously have a deep bench that they'll be able to use in the second half. Where do you think they'll be looking to make changes if and when they do?
100%, and that's what Thomas Tuchel will be saying. He believes in this squad and they believe in each other. I think England can make the better changes. I think both wingers are going to run themselves out. Incredible defensive work they're putting in as well as their attacking work. I think they're going to need help in midfield. That's a really tough role. Everyone needs to be ready. Every single player in that squad needs to be able to represent tonight.
I think it's just about concentration as well, getting the distances right. In terms of the way the first half panned out, England went a little bit too deep at times, allowed them crosses in, and they're really good on crosses, definitely with Jimenez as well, winning them first contact. So it's just about keeping the concentration and going forward at the right times.
I think that's fine when you go deep, because as long as you stay together, but it's really important when you're deep and you defend your own box, there's still pressure on the ball. So you have to make sure there's pressure on the ball. We don't allow them to get crossed in the box where they look really dangerous.
We did say that Thomas Tuchel will be giving an important half-time team talk. The England players still not showing any signs of coming out for this second half, so he's clearly got a lot to say to them. But that man there, Raúl Jiménez, has caused real problems, hasn't he?
He looks really sharp getting in front of Gueye and Konza. They're going to have to be so aware of him. I think his balls in have been excellent, but England have looked solid. They're going to give up chances, of course they are, in this kind of atmosphere, and this Mexico good team.
I think what's different in today's game is Rice is playing to his strengths, where he's driving from midfield. Bellingham is arriving late. Kane's linking up when he needs to. Saka's staying wide and putting crosses. So in terms of what England have done, it's been all positive, but they just need to make sure the distances are correct now going forward in the second half.
I think a lot what they've done as well, they've kept the 2 fullbacks back. Yeah. In previous games, we've seen the fullbacks going forward or moving into midfield. And now what we've done, we've kept the 2 fullbacks back, so we have put the back 4 in place when we lose the ball.
I think that's one of the good thing about playing Konza as well. If we would have played someone like Spence in terms of what he wants to offer going forward, he did leave gaps at times, so Konza just sitting there just gives them a little bit more protection.
If England do manage to see it out against Mexico, then they will face Norway in the quarterfinals of the World Cup after they beat Brazil earlier on today or late yesterday. With you for the second half of this one, Alan Shearer and Guy Mowbray.
Thank you, Kelly. Welcome back, everyone, and just bear with me on this one. I know it's just gone 3 in the morning, but I have a list of things I have to do, and what better time, it says here, to scan the QR code on screen and pay for your TV licence, which of course you need to enjoy the World Cup on BBC television and iPlayer. There we go, tick that one off. A change for Mexico for the start of the second half, and it's the former West Ham man, Edson Alvarez, who's come on. And he's come on as captain as well, because he's taken over from the centre-back Cesar Montes, the 6'5" towering defender. So presumably Montes has picked up some sort of injury. So Alvarez on now with Fenerbahce of Turkey, for whom he's had a really injury-disrupted season. I say now he's technically been on loan from West Ham. He may be coming back.
Well, we need more of the same from England. Same attitude, same energy, same belief.
Well, Mexico coming back. That's the only question really that is up for discussion right now. Mexico 1, England 2. And as Kelly just reminded us, a date with Erling Haaland and co, Martin Odegaard, etc. in the quarterfinals in Miami next Saturday awaits. Jimenez looking for Romo. And that one will be allowed to roll behind for an England goal kick. I guess this is where the anxiety levels are on the rise, on and off the field.
Absolutely, you can totally understand that. It's the biggest of the lot, isn't it? Desperate to get through.
Bellingham's flick, inviting Gordon to chase. Easy enough for Rangel. Thinking things have gone a bit foggy, don't ask anybody to adjust the pictures. And a few fireworks go off just before the start of the second half, and they're still lingering. Struggling with the thin air as it was, now with a bit of sulphur to inhale. Vasquez. Lira. Alvarado. And Sanchez. Cross is stopped by O'Reilly at the cost of a throw-in. Vasquez. Gallardo closed by Saka. Thought that he might have been making way during the interval. He limped towards the locker rooms, as we're duty bound to call them at this tournament. Madueke was warming up during the interval, and Ollie Watkins was having a run around as well. Kane beaten to it by Lira. The dangerous Quiñones. Didn't get far, blocked by Guehi, and Gordon keeps that in and has got free space to gallop into. He's decided to not take up that option. It's Kane instead. And here comes Quansah in support.
That was hopeful, wasn't it, from Quiñones?
Well, we know the balls do fly.
It's about 40 yards, wasn't it?
I've seen you try them from there before.
Very often.
Here's Gordon. And there's O'Reilly. Missed by all in the middle. Saka. That was a bit more than shoulder to shoulder, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It's just a throw-in.
Oh, it was missed by all as well. Brilliant from O'Reilly. Kane can't get there, and Saka's hanging out.
Well, if he had anticipated that, Gallardo letting it through his legs, didn't know.
Should have been in there. Should have been attacking it.
It's going to go over Kane. It's going to come to Nico O'Reilly. Saka. Quansah's cross. England are on the attack at the start of this second half.
Well, he might not have got the connection that he wanted, but it didn't matter, O'Reilly, because he gets enough power on it. The keeper goes down really slow. And he's so unlucky that it hits the post and comes back out.
It's a really positive England start to this second half. Saka. Quansah. There's Guehi. Gordon. O'Reilly in the box. Gordon pulls it across for him, but it was an uncomfortable one to take under control. Lira. Well, the approach at the start of the game, Alan, was to contain, to keep it easy and slow in their own half from England. Now, it's to frustrate Mexico another way.
Yeah, you can see there's huge belief down there that they can go and get another goal or two. And they're going to have to. They keep on doing what they're doing and keep opening Mexico up. The chances will come.
Saka. Awkward for Pickford. And he got there. Gordon is the target. Bellingham. He is a target now for every Mexico player, but look at the way he wriggles through. Magnificent from Jude Bellingham. Stopped in his tracks on the edge of the box by an Edson Alvarez challenge.
Oh, the confidence that he's playing with is incredible. He just goes past 3 or 4 defenders with ease. Great skill. He can't get anywhere near him.
Lira. Romo. Really good ground made up by Gerald Kwanzaa, and he got the tackle right. Gallardo might be down, but I didn't see anything wrong with that. And now here's Anthony Gordon. Saka's making his way into the middle. Gordon, he's been upended, and that is going to be a free kick.
And it's all going off on the touchline.
Oh, it
they're
is.
Scrapping, they're punching, they're doing whatever. Because the Mexican bench, they think it was a terrible tackle from Kwanzaa. It wasn't. I thought he timed it really well. He had to go in and he had to win it. But that bench didn't agree with the tackle, and they were all up, causing chaos with the England bench as well.
Javier Aguirre stands calmly to try and make his point, but they weren't very calm behind him. There was a real coming together. Oh, I tell you what, I
know he gets the ball, but his foot is high. There's no doubt about that.
He comes off the top of the ball and goes planting into the left leg of Gallardo.
That was a beautiful
and they might not have gone about it the right way, but the Mexico bench had a point.
They did. In first viewing, he's going to have a look as well.
He's going to have a look. This could be trouble for Gerald Kwanzaa and England.
I thought that it was one of those challenges where you can slide in and take the ball, but he's taken the ball with his left knee, but he's gone really high with that first right foot.
Oh dear.
And it's a nasty challenge, and I think he'll be fortunate if he gets away with this, because it looks horrible as well.
It hasn't taken long for the referee to have a look and make up his own mind. Let's hear what he has to say. I fear the worst.
Number 26, Kamil Seria, foul play, he received a red card.
There we go.
Red card?
England are going to have to try and do this. A man like Gerald Kwanzaa becomes the 4th England player to be sent off in the World Cup match.
Gerald Kwanzaa, red card.
Well, let's bring in our refereeing expert, 2010 World Cup final assistant referee Darren Cann for his verdict. Darren, what do you make of it?
Yeah, it's a clear red card, Guy. Kwanzaa does play the ball first, but that doesn't matter in the laws of the game. He goes through, and you can clearly see the studs on the shin. Referee Fagani has no choice whatsoever to issue the red card. This is now the 13th player to be sent off at the World Cup, and this is 100% a red card.
Thank you, Darren. Thomas Tuchel is already trying to rejig the tactics. The Mexico crowd are up now. The right back curse has struck again.
Yeah, everything England have done in that position just gone wrong, hasn't it, in right back? Whether it's not being able to get players onto the pitch to play in there, or injuries, or whatever it's been a nightmare for them.
And he was having a good game.
He was. I don't think he'd have any complaints.
Another one comes in from Alvarado. It's Harry Kane who got to the ball, and there was a late challenge there, which England are now going to be up in arms about themselves. And Gallardo has something to say to Kane. Oh, this has started now. Nobody's going to bed now. Gordon went down first of all. Kane gets it away. That's just a foul. There's no more than that.
Exactly. It's brilliant play from Harry Kane, though. The way he watches that ball, the way he's got the line of it straight away. I know that's his job at that front post, but he did it really, really well there.
Free kick for England.
The original tackle, you know, from Kwanzaa, I thought it was one of those sliding ones.
So a little deflection on the O'Reilly shot. That's what carried it closer to goal.
And I thought he didn't strike it as well as he wanted to. But just going back to the red card, when you're sliding in there, I thought he took the ball first. I know he did, but you can't challenge that. And when I saw the replay, worried that that was going to happen. And you can't complain. It is a red.
England had it all to do at the start. They have a lot more to do now. Mexico have the extra man, but let's not forget, as things are, England have the extra goal. This is going to be hard. Mexico are understandably right up for this now.
Well, he hasn't changed anything at the minute, Thomas Tuchel, but he's waiting to bring John Stones on.
Quiñones. Sharp again until the shot. That was dragged. And now England will make the change. Who's going to be the player who has to make way? It's going to be Bukayo Saka. John Stones will come on, presumably to go alongside Guehi at centre-back, and Ezri Konsa will play in that fated right-back role. Well, if you are going to have a sub to come on in this situation, you couldn't ask for one with a great deal more experience than this one.
He's going to have to use all of that experience. Just when we were seeing England made a positive start to the second half.
Might be positive now. Gordon gets in front of the keeper.
That's a penalty!
Anthony Gordon just too quick for goalkeeper Raul Rangel.
Oh man, that is
another
a penalty.
Crazy twist in this tumultuous contest.
That is a
brilliant. Anthony Gordon. Good centre-forward play from Harry Kane in not giving the defender the opportunity to clear that ball and being a nuisance. But watch Gordon's reaction, how quick he is onto that when that ball falls to him. Look at his eyes on the ball there, and his reaction to get to it first ahead of the keeper.
There's no doubt about that one.
And he wins that penalty for England.
And there aren't many Mexico complaints about that one. They're going to have to take this one on the chin. The referee's now getting a little bit more agitated. He's asked them twice as Harry Kane waits to take possession of the ball and to try and give 10-man England invaluable breathing space.
What an opportunity this is. I said about them making the good start. And then the red card, and now this. Goodness me, it's had everything already, this game, hasn't it?
Jude Bellingham has the ball, but he will give it to his captain now. Scored at the second attempt in game one against Croatia. Stuttering run, made the keeper leave his line. Almost looked as though it was planned. Not a problem second time round. Then you think back to the Qatar World Cup in 2022, when it was a problem second time round.
Just one of the Mexican players on his way back, just stood on the penalty spot in front of Harry Kane now, on his way back to stand on the 18-yard box. I think it was Vasquez.
Goalkeeper Rangel has been sent off for that before in his career. So Harry Kane, with the pressure of a nation on his broad shoulders, he's been there before. And he's done it again!
I'm praying for England's safety. I'm genuinely praying for England's safety. Because they literally scored 3 goals.
There is nobody else in the whole wide world of football you would want for your country in that situation.
Cool, calm, deadly. Look at the eyes, look how focused he is. Picks his spot, keeper goes the right way, no chance. Brilliant penalty.
Mexico 1, England 3. The job is far from done yet. Mexico are making a change. Making two, in fact. Both in midfield, Gilberto Mora and Luis Roma have been replaced. They're putting on the Milan striker, Santiago Jimenez, and Brian Gutierrez has also come on. So two midfielders off, two forward players on. That's how it's got to be for Mexico. We know what's got to be done by England.
Yeah, what an opportunity to find themselves in. It's a great reaction. Said how tough it was going to be, and it still is. Still a lot of work to be done, but they've put themselves into a really promising position.
Harry Kane's taken himself to 6 goals at this World Cup, one behind the terrific trio of Messi, Mbappe and Haaland.
He would have been watching today, we know that.
He's been caught there as Kane. Free kick, England. 14th World Cup goal, Harry Kane. Who is okay and up to his feet again. As the free kick is taken to Anderson and back to Mark Gahey, and that's misplaced. And that will fall for Gutierrez, and he will find Quiñones. Support from Gallardo. Gallardo's cross is absolutely smothered by John Stones. Welcome to the game.
What a block that was.
Pickford's decided that's his, and it was. To Gutierrez again. This time it's blocked by Bellingham, and Pickford has it in his gloves. Mexico inquiring about a possible Bellingham handball.
No chance. Gutierrez straight on as well. Pickford's alert. As he was for the punch as well. He had to come and claim it.
Trying to just relieve a bit of the tension. Alan, is pressure still for tyres? Oh, goodness me, what a game. I think it's for other things as well. As Gordon makes a break. It was really well timed. He's got to do a lot by himself. Stopped by Johan Vazquez.
He's had a really positive game, Anthony Gordon. Even his movement there for that ball, the running behind was brilliant. And he's going to have to do more of that, because when England get that ball, that's going to be the out ball for him.
Quiñones. There's Anderson, straight away into Santiago Jimenez. You can hear the England fans now. Quiñones. Gallardo. It's half a yard away from Consa. Stones. Boot on it. Ball behind. Mexico corner.
Good positioning. And there's all of that experience there again.
Corner in. And it was Stones who got up to head it away again. Alvarado. Quiñones. Picked out the man at the back. Really good ball in. Clipped in now towards Alvarez. Kane will try and hook it away. Mexico appeals. Arms outstretched by the players, so the crowd joined in, and now Quiñones has got a free kick way back. Forced to the floor by Bellingham. I think the ref's putting on a good display of trying to show he's in control, but it must be getting more difficult.
Well, we mentioned pressure before. He is going to be under huge pressure because this crowd are getting on to him for everything. They're appealing for everything. He's going to have to stay as calm as anyone. That's what they were complaining about. They thought Kane had clipped Gutierrez, but he hadn't.
I'm sure you'll enjoy this, Alan. He's equalled another record, Harry Kane. It's now 6 knockout goals at the World Cup, level with
Mr. Lineker.
Yeah, good. Mexico free kick. Well, there's a VAR check going on, we're just told, for a possible penalty, and he's going to go and have a look at it. Well, that's what the Mexico players were asking about a short time ago. This is the referee who in the France-Senegal game, seems an age ago that, was advised to go to look at the screen, and he stuck to his original decision. What about this one?
I mean, that's a kick of the foot. That's not a penalty for me. He does clip his foot in there, but not enough to give a penalty away. Goodness me.
Is that a clear and obvious error made by the referee? You might be looking at this thinking, I missed it in real time.
Well, as you said, we had him in one of the first games, didn't he, when we didn't give Mbappe that penalty, despite going to the screen.
Let's see how he is now.
Number 9, kick off, and the final decision is penalty.
Sean shot.
Okay.
Very sharp.
Okay.
A quick word from Darren Cam.
Yes, it is a penalty. Harry Kane unfortunately does kick the Mexican's foot. It's a little bit similar to the Modric kick that England won a penalty for in the first group game, where Harry Kane is unaware of the player coming in. Unfortunately, he does make contact. It is a foul. It's in the penalty box. It is a penalty. This is the only referee who has been sent to the monitor this World Cup and actually stuck with a decision. That was the France-Senegal game with an Mbappe penalty. But on this occasion is a correct decision. Penalty kick.
Darren being booed all around the country now.
I don't agree with that. I don't think that's a clear and obvious error. The referee didn't see it. There's a little touch in there and not enough for a penalty for me.
Well, here we go then. We've never had this much drama at just gone 3:30 in the morning, have we? Mexico penalty to try and take the gap back to 1 again, and then who knows what happens from there. Raul Jimenez, who scored his last dozen penalties that he's taken for his country. None have been as important as this one. He watched, he waited, he kept his cool, and he slots it into the corner. Mexico 2, England 3.
Well, he's just seen Harry Kane stick his penalty away and be really, really calm at the other end. And he is exactly the same. That little stop-start run-up, and Pickford went a little bit early. Then he picked his side, which was to Pickford's right. And again, very much like Harry's. It's a very, very good penalty.
Jordan Pickford. Wait, just going the other way, tried to get back across as quickly as he could. He wasn't far away, but far away enough. 3-2. You saw the goal celebrated by the great Mexican boxer Canelo Alvarez. His team have got back off the canvas. England try to land another blow. Gordon robbed of the ball. Riley goes in to get it back. Kane. Down, no free kick. Now the referee's going to stop the game with O'Reilly still down over on that far touchline.
I did tell you this referee would play a big part in the game, didn't I?
You've had that feeling since breakfast.
I just think because of the situation, because of the atmosphere, the energy and everything else in this stadium, it's going to be very, very difficult for a referee on this occasion
And that's proven the point. But, as we should say, if it's the right decision, it's the right decision. It was certainly the right penalty from Jimenez.
Well, I didn't think it was the right decision. I didn't think it was a clear and obvious error. I didn't think there was enough to turn it over. He gets the red card right, absolutely, albeit by going to the screen, fine. But I didn't agree with the penalty that he gave to Mexico.
It does go against the general ethos of the competition, which has been minimum interference for maximum benefit. And as the players broke for the hydration break there, Jorge Sanchez has got a yellow card after claiming that he'd been struck by Nico O'Reilly. Let's just stay with this just for a moment. It is a booking for Sanchez, and that's how it's staying. He's saying, you can see quite clearly, saying that O'Reilly elbowed him. Let's hope VAR don't get involved for this one. This was worth staying up for, wasn't it?
Just a bit. It's a really, really tough environment. The referee's running over. I think he's giving O'Reilly a yellow card as well. Just
yes. He has. It's a yellow card for Nico O'Reilly as well. So here is the second half hydration break, and I think we all need to take a moment or two. 7:30 tonight, you might as well pull the all-nighter and all-dayer and go straight through. It's Portugal against Spain. That's on BBC One and iPlayer. What a game, although we'll have to go some to match this one. And then 1 a.m. tomorrow, I don't think you can quite go the whole lot without any rest. The United States against Belgium. And that is also on BBC One and iPlayer. And look at the QR code on screen now. If you want to scan it and have your say on who stood out for you, you can with BBC Sports Player Rater. And we just need to take a breather for a moment. So let's bring in Joe Hart to take the reins from us.
Gentlemen, my thoughts on all three decisions. I think the referees come to the right decision. I know Alan's very keen to say that wasn't a penalty, and obviously everyone's got their opinions, but I felt every single one that I saw them, including the penalty that we got, as soon as I saw the replays, my heart was in my mouth. I thought Kwanzaa deserved to go. I thought Kane didn't get anything with the ball, and I thought Gordon got took out. So tough, but it's going to be a heck of the last half an hour.
Thank you, Joe. It really is, and never have I been more thankful for any sort of hydration break. I tell you what, he was running out of breath at half-time, and he's not even at this altitude. Micah, what do you think?
Oh, what a game. I'm absolutely loving it. I know back home for us, it's half free, but the energy is still there. And I just want to talk about the penalties. I mean, the pressure penalties. Kane stepped up, took it to the left of the keeper, absolutely brilliant. And then the moment for Jimenez, stepping up for his country, slotting away. What a game we have. I'm thirsty for more.
I knew this was going to be classy.
Thank you, Micah. Well, you're going to get more. One more quarter to go.
I feel like they could score.
The elbow of Nico O'Reilly there. We can't actually see that right now. But that's what's been looked at. The hydration break probably came at the right time for that as well.
Yeah, it did. Any time for England to take a break, we're going to have to use it.
And here we go, reinforcement needed at the back to try and see this through. There is going to be a memorable moment in Dan Burns' career. He's coming on for England, and it's Elliot Anderson who's gone off. So one from the engine room goes, and one to bring valuable height at the back comes on. Nico O'Reilly has actually gone off, so that's who Dan Burn will ostensibly be coming on for. Jed Spence coming on as well. Those are the two England changes. Can they see it through for the final? Well, the clock says 74-30, I know that, but forget the 16 minutes. It's going to be more like 26.
5 at the back for England. You know why that's Dan Burns being brought on, to try and shore it up, because they're going to be under huge pressure for the remaining minutes of this game.
Mexico are going to throw everything at England with the extra player. Gallardo finds Gutierrez, who's made a real difference since coming on. Lira Alvarez. Lira to Gallardo. Jimenez. Jimenez has gone deep with it. Gordon just lost his bearings momentarily. Jed Spence puts his foot right through it to get rid. Forget the ambitious England football now.
Probably just wants to settle on this right now, but I'm not sure about it.
Flung across to Gallardo. Big deflection on that. Pickford's watching it. And Pickford has it taken away from him by Dan Burn.
He's going to get in the way of each other then. He did well though, Pickford.
Lira with the switch again to Gallardo. Concert out to try and meet him and stop him. Gallardo in. There's Kane. That was cool. So too from Bellingham.
As tough as it is, that's what they have to be careful of now, is that they've got that many men back defending, is that when they clear the ball, they've got no one up there to try and keep hold of it, and it's just coming straight back at them.
Gallardo, this is going to be a theme for Mexico. Ball out to him, ball into the box. Gallardo does it again. Acrobatic attempt from Santiago Jimenez. Probably not what was required there.
No, in each other's way, didn't they? And again, England clear it. And again, Mexico come back.
Alvarado teases Spence. Spence does well to stop it second time. Lira. Up goes Konsa. Gallardo. Quiñones. Konsa tried to stop him. Alvarez. Gutierrez. Gutierrez fancies this, and Konsa made absolutely sure that it wasn't going to get far. Gutierrez, another one in. It's Dan Burn who heads it away.
And that's what we're going to see. Ball out wide, crosses in. They come again.
Lira. Gallardo. Gallardo should be able to get it over this time. He does, and Spence decides he has to do that. I think he did. Behind for a corner.
He did. They're under huge pressure, England, aren't they? There'll be some result if they're able to hold on here.
Mexico to make another change now. Jorge Sanchez is going off, having received a booking just before the last break, and Alvaro Fidalgo comes on. He scored in injury time in Mexico's 3-0 win against Czechia. Pickford gets one hand to it. Corner on the other side.
Going to have to do more of that, Jordan Pickford. When his defenders can't get rid of it, he's going to have to do that as well.
This is going to be intense and then some. Short taken to Gallardo. And there was Stones to say, try it again. Looks like being another short one to Fidalgo. Gallardo's taking plenty of time over this. Now does put it right into the box where it's flicked out for an England throw-in. Wrong direction on it from Edson Alvarez.
I think it was brilliant defending from Gehi. That's why he just does enough to get in there and put him off.
England throw. Jed Spence is understandably going really slowly across to take it. The officials will be on all of those every time they happen. They're coming thick and fast, the Mexico changes. Guillermo Martinez to come on, another forward player. It is attack v-defence now.
It is, and that's the way it's going to stay. They defend for their lives. Hard work. But the reward is huge if they can get through it for England.
Lira. Alvarado. Rice didn't get it. Bellingham a drop back and gets the thumbs up from Declan Rice as he boots the ball out of play. So here is that next change with Julian Quiñones going off, so it is more or less like for like. On comes Guillermo Martinez. Well, not quite. He is an up and atom 6'3" centre forward. He's one of yours, Alan.
Mexico, player number 16.
More firepower. Yeah. That's what they're doing. Ball out wide, ball into the box, and that's why they brought him on. In the hope he can get on the end of one.
England must stop the crosses if they possibly can.
Mexico's bringing out all
And it comes out. It was hit over the bar. There was a dive for the canvas from Pickford. He knew where that was going.
Never in trouble, was he?
Santiago Jimenez again. Now England will go long and hope it stays away from their own penalty area for as long as it can.
Well, that's how they got the penalty, with Kane trying to battle and scrap and picking up the pieces like Gordon.
Didn't work out that time.
Well, we wanted a good game this evening. The early hours, we've had slightly more than we thought, hasn't it? It's been incredible.
Did not expect it to pan out like this. Who knows what's in store before the end. Flung in towards Santiago Jimenez. Pickford will catch it and fall on it for a second or two. He can't have it for long. Burn. Spence. Rice. Burn. Kane's not going to chase it.
So he shouldn't. Not when it's that far over your head. He's got to get back and defend and try and help his midfielders out.
Gallardo. Brilliant tackle there from Jed Spence. Stopped a huge goal-scoring opportunity for Mexico.
Oh, it was. He read it so well. And the sliding tackle, last-ditch tackle from Jed Spence.
Lira. Gallardo. Another one to be put into the box. Well, it will now from the corner because Konsa made the block. England think it should be a goal kick. Well, VAR does intervene if oh, they have done.
Yep.
It is going to be a goal kick.
Konsa was right. He went straight to the referee to say didn't come off him last. And here's this brilliant tackle from Jed Spence. Brilliant.
Kane finds Bellingham. Couldn't find a way. Konsa muscles his way in front of Raul Jimenez and was held back. Free kick for England.
Two really good pieces of defending from Konsa. One, like you just saw, where he actually got the goal kick for England, and really, really strong there. Not giving Jimenez any space whatsoever. He's got the free kick.
Towards the box where Dan Burn has joined him. Declan Rice has to get this one right. Strip towards Burn. Gordon trying to tackle. Bellingham comes away with it. He's got Spence to the left. Spence, too much for Kane. And now Mexico will come and come at speed.
Yeah, Kane made the run, but that pass wasn't on, I didn't think.
Alvarado gets it across to Alvarez. Another run for Alvarado at Jed Spence. Another left-footed ball into the box. More Mexico appeals for a penalty. Rice wanders away with it. Gahey into Mexico territory.
More heroic defending from that back
Still
line.
they ask. This is going to be the issue. Not just the balls into the box, but what happens once they're in there. Fidalgo, Pickford, commanding his penalty area.
For the second time.
Fidalgo again. Alvarado. Lira. It's collected by Raul Jimenez and he's met by John Stones, and now Bellingham. Well, the flag is up for offside, so England have a free kick anyway.
Everyone's playing their part defensively, and they're going to have to.
Well, that's what they were asking for.
Brilliant. Mark Gahey, no space whatsoever. Pickford coming and taking a bit of pressure off the defenders as well.
If you decided to do things the other way around and are just getting up, dear me, you made a bad call.
I'll tell you what, they're throwing everything at England. At the minute though, they're coping with it and doing it so well, England. Sticking together, getting their body in front of everything.
And if you look at the score and think that gives you a good summation of what's happened, you've only just seen the half of it. There will be a full rerun starting at 7 a.m. Mexico 2, England 3, England down to 10, Jarrell Quansah sent off. Here's Gallardo. Gallardo in, Stones stays balanced. Quansah. Bellingham. One eye on the game, one eye on the clock. Lira's gone around the outside. Ignored by Alvarado for now. Jed Spence trying to do a good job on Alvarado. Knows he likes to cut in and cross left-footed. Well, here's Lira. Does come in left-footed and Burns there to fling himself and head away. Now it's Fidalgo. Stopped from shooting by Bellingham. Kane stopped from advancing, but no free kick. Jimenez. Out to Gallardo. Gahey's header, then one from Gordon.
Getting on the end of everything. The England players, the balls are raining in every time they come forward.
Gutierrez, Fidalgo. Fidalgo shot it straight at Pickford. He's been wanting to try that for a while.
And you can see him weighing it up straight at Pickford though. Good strike, but straight at him. Bellingham or Gordon not even making the attempt now to get up close to Harry Kane when the ball goes like that, because they're working so hard, or they're having to work so hard in the midfield.
Quansah wins a free kick. We are in the 90th minute at the Azteca, the imposing Azteca Stadium. And England are making another change, and Harry Kane is coming off. Morgan Rogers to come on, to run and run and run.
Yep.
Substitution for England.
Just trying to keep hold of the ball. That's what he's got on there for. Harry's played his part.
John Stones with the free kick. Bellingham unable to keep it on that occasion. Goes back in to win it back, but it's deemed a foul. Free kick Mexico. And we await to see the board, and here it comes, and there will be a minimum 11 minutes added on. 11. Alvarado. Alvarez with the next cross in. Pickford does really well with another one.
He does. You don't realise how much pressure that takes off the defenders when he's able to do that. Such is his ability. He's playing a huge part in what England are trying to do now.
And at this point, I don't think there's anything wrong with a rugby union kick for touch. Fidalgo, on to Gallardo. Lira. Fidalgo, now Gallardo. Too strict toward him to try and close down. Fidalgo. Gallardo with a bit more room now. Of Consa. Mexico corner.
As hard as it is, they're doing it so well. They're stopping the crosses. When the crosses are going in, they're heading it out, or the keeper's coming for it.
Brian Gutierrez to put it in for Mexico. Pickford decides it's his, and it was again. Here's Fidalgo. Gutierrez. Rodgers who comes, and Gutierrez, I think by seeing Rodgers start to advance, has panicked a little.
It was a terrible ball in. Much to the relief of him and the England defenders.
2 minutes down, 9 to go.
We've had to put up with so much England. Talk about the altitude, the conditions, the atmosphere and the energy in this stadium. So if, and I know it's a big if, they can get through this, it would be ranked as one of England's greatest performances, I think. The way they're battling and sticking together, it's so impressive. They deserve it.
As you all know watching, they haven't got it yet. Alvarado. England have 10, Mexico have 12, 11 plus the 70-odd thousand around this wonderful place. And now here's Jude Bellingham, who thinks he's seen the keeper off his line. He did, and he got it on target. And that was about that.
Yeah, and it's coming straight back.
Lira. Alvarado. Vasquez. Gallardo. Well, he decided to do something he's not done all game. Cut inside and do something with his right foot.
Gallardo, I'm not sure what he's thinking there. Try and have a shot that far out with the right foot. His balance is all wrong as well. Helps England though.
Players being offered up to all the gods. There's something the Aztecs could do for the Mexico cause. Mexico 2, England 3. 4 minutes of the 11 have passed by.
I didn't think it was Mexico throw Thomas Tuchel. That's what he's going mad at.
Fidalgo. Alvarado. Alvarado again. And another swinger. And John Stones got the call from Pickford. You don't have to bother. I think he just managed to duck his head out of it.
Well, they keep doing the same thing, Mexico, on either side, left and right. And at the minute, those England players are dealing with it admirably.
Captain can't help now. Rangel. And the ball out to Eric Lira. Gordon not there quickly enough. This time a run down the middle, but here we go. It's that familiar tactic again. Out to Gallardo. Here's Fidalgo. Fidalgo into the box. That was Jimenez shaping up for the acrobatic. Dan Burn. Well, if he's in his way, there won't be a way past.
That's what he was brought on to do.
Lira. Fidalgo called for it and gets it. Gallardo. Alvarez. Declan Rice charges into him.
Sums his performance up as well. Still going, still pushing, still closing down. With the armband on now, Harry's gone off.
Alvarez, the player who was bought by West Ham to replace Declan Rice when he went to Arsenal. There he is again, Edson Alvarez. Lira to Alvarado. Alvarado. Gordon's making sure he doesn't have the angle. Fidalgo. Swung over to Gallardo. Concentration levels at the max for England players. That was Jimenez, and he got just underneath it, tops it over the top. Another attack comes to nothing for Mexico.
Yeah, that's a difficult chance, that though. He's actually walking away from goal and got to swivel his body around to try and hit it with the right foot. But still, England's shape is good, and still they're looking strong and defending well.
Pickford goes long, and Rodgers keeps it in and wins a throw-in. Here's Reconza to take it. 7.5 minutes of the 11 added on the clock now. Bellingham. Can he win a corner? He's got a throw-in.
Well, if you can't win a corner, get the throw-in.
And an angry bark at the assistant referee from Vasquez gets him a booking. There's another one for Jordan Henderson for interfering from the touchline. Bellingham. Rodgers won't go behind for a throw. Byrne leaves it for Mark Gay. He's going to go all the way back to Pickford. Morgan Rodgers has his eyes on this. Vasquez with him, and back with goalkeeper Rangel.
Just both of us are next to keep swiveling to the clock either side. One to the left, one to the right. We're both doing the same thing. How long's gone by?
Jed Spence, another really good tackle. He's gone behind for a corner, but he had to stop the cross.
The subs have worked, you know. Burns done his job up to now. Stones has. That guy there has. Jed Spence making crucial tackles. Desperate at times, but you've got to do it, and they're doing it well.
2 minutes to go. It's 10 versus 10 just for the moment. Swung in flat. Still the danger, but Pickford makes sure that at least a bit of it is alleviated.
Oh, that was a dangerous ball in. Just hits Jed Spence as well, you know, and falls kindly for Pickford.
Pickford now looking for Jude Bellingham. I think we can give him one of those.
Absolutely outstanding. Ran himself into the ground as well as his goals.
Confirmation of Jordan Henderson's booking. Mexico will come until their last breaths in this game. Spence got a touch on that. Byrne. Away will do. Vasquez. Another one will go over to Gallardo. Jimenez was just stopping Konsa from getting out to him as quickly as he wanted to. Fidalgo. Alvarado. At the back is Jimenez. Bellingham will give chase. He's held away from the ball though by Eric Lira.
This is the last couple seconds of the Mexican.
Gutierrez. Fidalgo. We're counting down in seconds now. Cross is stopped by Gordon.
Brilliant. Still at it, still closing down.
Gutierrez finds a way out to the right to Alvarado again. Jed Spence can't stop that one. Jimenez, and it's just wide. Bundled behind for a corner.
Well, it's going to be out for a corner.
John Stones, inch perfect.
What a tackle. What a tackle, John Stones. And I'm talking about the substitutes and coming on and doing what they've been asked to do, but they've done it so well. One last opportunity.
Goalkeeper's up, Raul Rangel has come forward, up goes Dan Burn to flick it away. Jimenez back in, it comes off Gahey, another heroic block. It's behind for another Mexico corner.
Even the goalkeeper's up in there, you know.
Just look at the attitude of the England players. It's absolutely incredible, putting their bodies on the line, chucking themselves at everything. Nowhere past.
Here we go again. Flung in dangerously, Pickford gets rid of the ball, the referee goes to his whistle! It is one of the greatest results in England's World Cup history. Mexico do not lose here, not on their patch, not in their temple. They do tonight. A first ever win against a host nation. A first ever win at this arena. 40 years on from the hand of God. The hands of fate have smiled this time. And it's on to Miami and a quarter-final date with Norway. Allen, 3 Lions, 26 heroes.
Wow. They have represented their country in magnificent form tonight. Every single player, the right attitude, everything that could have gone against them and was thrown at them. The history of this place, the energy, the altitude, they've gone past all of that. And they thoroughly deserved it, because that is an incredible performance from start to finish. When they're under the cosh, the manager made the right substitutions. The subs came on, they did their job. What an incredible night. They deserve it, England. They've been absolutely superb.
Nobody should ever have that much drama at 4 o'clock in the morning. Mexico 2, England 3.
You'll find, Guy Mowbray, that's when all the best drama happens.
This is one of the best.
Still got nearly an hour left if you're out in the pub to go and get yourself a drink. The pubs are closing at 5 o'clock this morning. If you've stayed up at home, hopefully that was entertaining enough for you. There was so much in that game. Penalty decisions at both ends of the pitch, a red card. We had 5 goals in the game. England are through to the quarter-finals of the World Cup, where they will play Norway after they beat Brazil earlier on yesterday. There was everything in that game, Wayne, and those England players look exhausted.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I think that was one of the greatest results, performances. They showed attitude, grit, desire, and everything you wanted in an England team. They showed it tonight, because going to 10 men, we knew it was going to be difficult, and we sat in, and I was worried that we sat in a little bit too deep, too early. But they put the bodies on the line. I thought Anthony Gordon, I thought the centre-backs, Jordan Pickford, were outstanding. So yeah, I think we deserved it just for the desire, and I thought we were the better team until the red card, and then we showed a lesson in, heading the ball out of the box, getting to the ball, blocking shots. Brilliant.
they almost played 3 or 4 different kinds of game within that. Well, I was going to say 90 minutes, 112 minutes or whatever it was in the end.
Honestly, Kelly, what day is it right now? That's so much.
Monday morning, Joe.
So
Monday
much
morning.
has gone on in the last however many hours we've been on air. But that is absolutely unbelievable. What a feeling those boys must be feeling right now. But fair play to them. They showed everything, as Waz has just touched on there. Grit, determination. They showed a lot of quality as well to get themselves in the lead. Jarell Kwanzaa, I feel for him. He was having a good game for England, just over the top of the ball, that red card. They've talked about the unity, they've talked about the desire to be there for each other, and they showed it tonight. Subs coming on, incredible.
Absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? It was worth the 2-hour build-up. Definitely. I mean, it was just exceptional. I think in that, look at the scenes here. This is brilliant. I said before the game, you know, make the country proud. They've certainly done that tonight. The fans have turned out in their numbers. That man on your screen there, Gordon, was outstanding. A lot of talk about should he be starting.